Essentially, the onset of the project began during the first tour that Shayna and I had done together, and at the time we didn't know each other particularly well. After the show, Shayna, who on that tour was playing vibraphone, started playing something from Twin Peaks. And I, of course, started flipping my wig, excited to hear it. And then she talked about that since she was a teenager, she wanted to do a Twin Peaks show.
It's incredibly American, and blatantly so. I mean, the talk about cherry pies, coffee, the diners, James's motorcycle, that very nostalgic cliche of what America is, and
how the high school girls dress.
Yeah, and James singing and the girls looking into his eyes and.
I'm always interested in this really fine line of real, hyper-real, surreal world that it seems just off enough that it might not happen, but it might happen. And that is the world of Twin Peaks.
I mean, even though the series takes place in the present time that it was made, it seems to be reflecting that kind of hell that bubbles beneath quaint small town or quaint suburban life. And the music feels a lot like that also.
And I see you, and you see me, and I will see you in the branches that blow in the breeze. I'll see you in my trees. See you in the trees. Under the sycamore.
The way that Lynch uses music, he does a lot of really great background, like soundtrack music and scores, but he also uses it as a very defining identity. When you think of these characters, you think about the music that go with them. So it's been really fun for me to actually play the music and then immediately have that image in my brain and then to kind of channel that.
And learning it, I didn't realize how simple most of it is, even though it sounds incredibly complicated.
A lot of pedal tones holds down a very steady one note, and then 3 chords that sort of float in a succession, just enough variation so that you hear these little changes in mood.
The most memorable melody is just 2 chords with a really slight shift going back and forth, which I didn't realize it was that simple. I think I gasped when I learned it. I was like, oh my God, this is. I mean, it's essentially the definition of genius in music, where almost nothing is happening technically, but emotionally, it's astoundingly effective and beautiful. And the tonality and the timbres used in the songs are so specific and so iconic that part of the challenge was figuring out which of those we would copy and which of those we would explode. With every song, we try to make them more violent and more aggressive. 2 sides of Twin Peaks, the goofy side, the kind of like coffee and cherry pie side, and Deputy Andy and Lucy, and then there's Bob. We wanted to take the minor part of it and really, really, really ramp that up. We consciously jumped headlong into the really dark side of the series. It'll be interesting to listen to these songs when we're done doing these tours, and I mean listen to the originals again. Probably I imagine we'll like them more. I mean, they'll feel like, not surprisingly closer to our hearts.
For me, currently, the case is as it is with any song that we cover, an attempt to, a combination of a love note and a thank you note to the person who made it. In no case has any song we've ever covered been an attempt to put our stamp on it. It's always been an attempt to love it for having loved us.